make a small door for my dollhouse, and first of all I'm going to make a nice cut here, and the door is 1.4 high or tall, or what do you call it? Then it's 6 millimeters wide, just like that. So here's my door, and I'm going to make a door frame for it as well. But I'm gonna give this door a little texture. Wood. So you can make the door and the door frame just like you feel like. I'm going to take a tiny piece of white clay, rolling it to a ball first, and then to the handle. And I'm gonna place that one. There we go. Now I just need to bake this little door. And then I took a few stir sticks and I cut them into size of the back side here. So I am going to take some of my glue and starting with one, gluing that down first. The back side of the house is all done. So let's turn that way. It's all done. So I'm going to make one side. I'm going to choose this side for my door. So I'm going to make this side. And I'm cutting out the coffee stars in the lengths to cover the one that is lying down here also. Like that. And then I'm just going to put it on just like before. Now it looks like this. So far so good. And I glued down the door here, so I have to measure on each side. And then I will continue up. I glued the first pieces in place, and this time I'm taking one of the full length one, and I'm going to place it, or at least trying to, where I want it, and drawing on where the door frame is. And then I'm just going to take my knife and I'm going to cut this out carefully, and I'm going to sand it a bit. And now it's ready to be glued on, and then I am going to continue all the way up here. When you have glued everything, you can take a sanding tool file or something and file down the corners so you have a nice edge here. Then I took a piece of wood and I made it in the length of the top here. I made it 2.5 centimeters tall and made this, and I made 2 of these corners, and I'm going to glue it on there and then let it dry. I glued on the 2 pieces, and now I'm going to glue on the roof that I made that just fits over. You have to measure to make it fit your house. I'm watering down some brown acrylic paint, a little capsule with a bit of water in there. And I'm just going to take some acrylic paint and watering it down like this. And then I'm just going to paint these on each side of the house. After drying, I cut a piece of stirring stick in an angle, and I cut one more for the other side, and I'm going to glue that on here as well. I cut a piece that fits right beneath here, so I'm going to glue that in place, and then I'm going to let everything dry so that it's all dry before I continue from here. I put coffee sticks here on the edge for each floor, and I lined it up the floor so it's going over the ceiling here and a little here, and then I put one up here as well. And now I have only the ceiling and these sides to work on, and I have some pearlized black acrylic paint here, so I'm going to take some of that for the last part of my house. Now let that dry, and then your small 1-144 house is all done from a tiny box that I started with. And all you have to do now is put some furnitures in there. You could have put some windows on here. I chose not to because I wanted this to be a quick craft. So that was all there was to it. Happy crafting!